I'm going to go over some tips on how to re-caulk a bathtub, and this is just a great project for a homeowner, is removing the old caulk, cleaning it out, and if you have any mold or mildew, use either 100% vinegar and let it soak for maybe even a half an hour, or use some bleach and remove the mold and mildew. And then I'll show you some tips on how to apply the new caulk, and I'm just going to use one of these squeeze tubes of caulk. Very simple to apply, very easy to smooth, and one tube will do an entire bath and shower combo like this. One of the tools I like is these caulk removal tools that you push. I've had a couple that are hook style and they just don't do as good a job. So the first thing we want to do is remove all the caulk, and I'm just going to use this, push it into the corner, and you can see how quickly it pushes out the old caulk. So I'm just going to work my way around the whole tub, remove all the caulk, and then we'll see if anything needs to be treated for mold. So what I like about this tool is you push it in and the center pulls out the caulk very easily. And what's also nice are these little wings off to the side you can use as a scraper, and because it's plastic it won't scratch the tile. So on a little bit of this residue that's left over, we can just take the edge here and just work any tile, any little bit of the caulk that's on the tile. So it's just a real nice handy tool. So once I'm done using the caulk remover tool, I just like to grab an old rag and just wipe down all the corners, and it's going to knock loose any little particles and anything that's sticking in the corner. So once we have it cleaned out, and if there's no mold, we're going to start to apply the caulk. So you can see how narrow this grout line is on the tile, and what we want to do is just cut a small opening in the tube of caulk. And one mistake most people make is cutting too large of a hole. You put on too much caulk and it's very difficult to smooth. So I'm just going to cut a very small hole that's almost just matching the size of this opening. So I'm just going to remove just the tip here, and this is the size I'll use to start spreading the caulk. Now I'm going to start smoothing the caulk from the very corner down to almost the bottom. I'm going to stop before the bottom, and then I'll start from the bottom and work toward the caulk. So again, I'm just trying to apply a very small bead, and I'm trying to just copy the size of the other grout lines, maybe a little bit more than that. And I'm just going to work all the way down. And what this allows is it allows us to use our finger in between the tiles and just pull it smooth. And then I can come back and remove that excess caulk with my finger, and then just using a paper towel and wiping it off, I can wipe on the one side and pull off any excess, and I can put my finger on this side working toward the center and pull off any excess. And I can do this all the way down till we get just a perfect bead. Now that I've pulled the caulk this far, I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. And if I were to push the caulk all the way down to the bottom, it would leave an excess amount of caulk at the bottom. So I'm just going to work my way toward the caulk I put on. And now, again, we're just going to use light pressure and just pull that bead. We can always add more caulk to it. And I'm going to smooth up, and then we'll start from the top and smooth down toward it. And what's nice about this bath caulk is it's just very easy to use with your finger and leave just a very nice bead. One other trick you could do is you can put painter's tape on both sides of this and leave a space for the caulk, and then pull it multiple times with your finger so you remove the excess, and then pull away the tape. But if you're looking just for a fast way to apply it, very thin bead, start from the top, work almost all the way to the bottom, then start from the bottom and work toward the top. And now I'll repeat this all the way around the tub. I finished the tub and turned out real nice, and there's actually quite a bit of caulk left in the tube. So a couple of the keys are to just cut a small opening in the tip, and that allows you to have a lot of control when you're applying the caulk. And also start from one corner, work your way towards the middle, then go to the other side, work your way towards the middle, and then smooth it. And that will prevent you from getting a big glob of caulk in the corners. So a very simple project, and you have more than enough in one of these squeeze tubes to do a tub shower combination.